And Gerry has the all-important turn 2 Mystic on the play, getting Sword of Feast and Famine.
And looks like Jeremy is following up with the same.
So this will actually be a game.
Yeah.
He searches up his own Sword of Feast and Famine. So these guys are both playing the Call Blade deck. Gerry is playing he's playing the version that splashes red, right? Isn't that right?
Yeah,
Gerry's playing the red version. Yep, and bolt it.
Yep.
What a mirror breaker.
That is, yeah. And that's what those are there for.
Yeah. It's bolt your Mystic, bolt your Step Links. The card is very, very versatile. In a format with very little removal, it's incredible.
This just in, folks. Lightning Bolt is good.
Really, really good.
Second Stoneforge Mystic for Gerry. Will it resolve?
He does have Spell Pierce mana up as well. So cancel from Jeremy. Which, that's one of the cards that we were questioning, because it seems like, I mean, you only run cancel as the 5th Stoic Rebuttal, right? I mean,
like, Stoic Rebuttal definitely has a lot of bluff value.
Right. It just seems like, obviously, Stoic Rebuttal is cancel with an upside, with a possible upside, right? So it seems like...
So Gerry gets in for 3.
Choice. Yeah, that's the thing that Joey was talking about yesterday. So why would somebody run cancel over Stoic Rebuttal?
I guess if you're splitting them.
But he's not. He's just running. I'm pretty sure.
I don't think he's running any.
We saw his deck yesterday. I'm pretty sure he's only running one cancel.
Possibly doesn't own.
Yeah, maybe that's what
that's
it is.
Possible. Yeah, I mean, it's certainly a fine substitute if you'll never have Metalcraft and you don't own any Stoic Rebuttals.
And meanwhile,
and you don't want your opponent to think that you're playing any artifacts.
Jerry's gotten in with Stoneforge Mystic, got to untap his lands, land a Jace because Jeremy was tapped out due to the cancel, and then finally past the turn, Jeremy just untaps, lays a Tectonic Edge, and says go. So
wow,
Gerry is just rolling right now.
And Jerry's going to get 3 Squadron Hawks, brainstorm 2 back with Jace, and then cast another Squadron Hawk, drawing the 2 that he puts back, essentially AKing for 3 and then 2. This
awesome.
This game does not seem particularly close.
Yeah, I mean, we know basically that Jeremy has a sword in his hand, but he has nothing to
He has
do
Spell
with
Pierce
the sword.
to catch those Squadron Hawks.
Right.
Yeah.
I know we have to keep our voices down a little because the room is so quiet right now, so we shouldn't talk about what's in the player's hands. Just to give you guys a heads up, not that we had started doing that yet, but the players aren't far away. So if we just avoid talking about what's in their hand at all, then...
Should I just give out a whoop every time someone draws like a non-land card?
No.
And the card goes wild, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah!
So Jeremy's so far behind, his hat is tilting. There's the second Squadron Hawk, and I think I'll look for some more. Didn't you already grab the rest, Gerry? He's running more than 4 Squadron Hawks. At least that's what it seems like when you. It seems like infinite Squadron Hawks when you have Jace.
Yep.
Yeah. Only gets 1.
Goes with a Preordain.
Sees Gideon and Preordain.
Yeah. Seems like a pretty decent.
Gets the Gideon.
Yeah.
Leaves the Preordain.
All right.
Untaps.
Yep. And wow.
Jeez.
This just looks like a blowout. At the
It
moment.
does. It really does.
Jeremy discards an island to the Sword of Feast and Famine.
Wow.
So looks like Alex Bertoncini has taken game 1 in his quarterfinal matchup.
Semifinal.
I'm sorry, semifinal matchup. Alex is playing against Edgar Flores. Is that?
Yeah.
I was going to say Edward. But,
I'm pretty sure that he's also playing blue-white
Callblade.
Callblade.
Yeah. So.
Edgar Flores took his sweet time getting to the top 8 tables.
Yeah, yesterday nobody could seem to find him last night, but after he made top 8.
They made like 2 announcements. Now, what would happen in that situation? Like,
what if somebody
thought he was out of contention due to tiebreakers, was just wrong, and then
he'd get dropped from the tournament, and the ninth place person
would be in. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
Would get in.
I didn't know if they would just give the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Give the his opponent in the top 8
a match win.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I guess they wait for all the competitors to arrive to officially start the matches, which would make sense.
So Gerry just has a handful of cards. It's just
handful of cards, board full of mana.
Yeah.
Just all the options in
all
the
kinds
world.
Of pressure. Yeah.
Bringing for 5, 2-turn clock at this point.
That is just the whole. So
gets the sword.
May as well discard this sword. I don't have anything to do with it. And finally, Jeremy plays a call of his own. Gonna refill his hand. Give him some chump blockers just to hopefully give him some more time to get back into this game. I mean, Jeremy has had such a kind of a slow start. He went turn 2 Stoneforge Mystic,
which is fine normally.
Right, exactly. I mean,
but not against Lightning Bolt.
Yeah, once the Mystic got bolted, he played a cancel, and that's it up until the Squadron, right? I mean, he's just been discarding hard. So he plays the second Hawk, passes the turn back to Gerry. And, he didn't pass him. He played the Squadron Hawk, and Gerry is mana leaking that Hawk. So, mana leak resolves, countering the Squadron Hawk. And now it is Gerry's turn.
Like he just doesn't care.
If you'd like to register for either of these events, please come see us. Entry fee for both. For either is $30. You don't need your name and your DCI number. If you need your DCI number,
so the problem is Jeremy is basically playing with his hand face up at this point, given that he paused even a little bit in letting the mana leak resolve. Like flick a card to the front of his hand, like he may as well just like lick the spell pierce and like put it on his forehead.
Right. I mean, unless he's trying to bluff it, but
yeah. And there you go. There's Celestial Colonnade, and yeah, bounce the Squadron Hawk with Jace, get in.
Right. Yep. So that'll do it for game 1.
There was no contest right there.
Yeah. So Drew, you and Gerry, who brewed up this? Like it was you and Gerry.
It was me, Gerry, and Ben Hayes. Okay. So we were working on the deck from about Thursday night until the morning of the tournament. I got up at about 4:30 and went out for a run because I couldn't sleep, and Gerry was out having a smoke, and we go for a run and figured out, the second half of the sideboard, tweaked the mana base a ton. The mana base for this deck is, quite honestly, about as perfect a mana base as could be designed for it. It looks very, very weird, but the numbers work, the ratios work, and the untapped mana to tapped mana all works.
Right.
And you definitely want 27 land in this deck. The really interesting part will be how many counters Gerry decides to side out, because the obvious cuts are 4 Day of Judgment, 3 Lightning Bolt, but the list that we have wants to side in 4 Spark Mage, 3 Divine Offering, 1 Sun Titan, 1 Inferno Titan, and a Basilisk Collar. as well as potentially the Dispel. Yeah, probably the Dispel and yeah, I forget the other one of. There are 4 1-ofs. All of them are worth considering. So up to 11 cards worth sideboarding in, but only 7 obvious cuts. So if he thinks that Jeremy's going to respect Spell Pierce, for example, he can cut, up to all of those.
Right.
And just represent it, and because he's Gerry Thompson, get respected for it. But the problem with that is that if Jeremy just jams Jace on 4, then it puts Gerry in a very bad position. Whereas if he has Spell Pierce, the game probably just ends because he untaps and plays his own Jace or Gideon or whatever.
Right.
And gets a nice board position advantage for himself.
So in the meantime, we actually do have another giveaway of Star City Games Premium. We're going to have a question for you. We're going to tweet the question. We'll ask you live, and you can answer us by tweeting with the hashtag SCGDC STD Top 4. The question we're going with right now to win 3 months of Star City Games Premium is what? Oh, is it 6? It's 6 months during the top 4. That's right. So we're giving away 6 months of Star City Games Premium. Sorry. What innovative equipment from Mirrodin Besieged was Lewis Laskin running in his Callblade deck yesterday at SCGDC?
Like it. Like the question.
It's a good question.
Yeah, I mean, if you were watching it all yesterday, you should. You're probably well aware it was something that we talked about a lot. We covered Lewis Laskin in one of the earlier rounds. It's pretty interesting choice.
I don't know if I agree with it, but having talked with Nick Spagnuolo and Michael Posgay, I can definitely see the merits of their decision.
Yeah, I accidentally put the hashtag wrong the first time. I did it wrong again. Hold on. I forgot the G2. It's 140 characters exactly. So I'm trying to figure out what to cut.
Magic players, we now have 19 spots remaining in draft open at 9 a.m. If you would like to get your draft on, please form a single final line. Right in front of me, my name is Nicholas. I'll be handling your registration. Again, the entry fee is $30. We will need your name and PCI number in addition to that when you register.
Yeah.
Sure.
Actually, we have enough.
Or a forest. Or a forest. I don't know.
Did you see it that time? Do you see it now? See it
Either one.
Alrighty.
Okay, good.
See, Jeremy's bringing in Luminarch Ascensions? Unless I'm losing my mind. I thought I saw Luminarch Ascensions going into Jeremy's board.
That is a plan that a lot of people have gone with. That would have been good, say, around the Invitational. It is going to serve him poorly here, because the plan is basically dead to a Spark Mage.
Sure.
It's dead to Squadron Hawk advantage. It's dead to Stoneforge Mystic advantage.
Right.
It's basically only fine if they have absolutely nothing but a grip full of counters and planeswalkers. And the point of this mirror is to get ahead of them on some metric and push that metric. So the best metric is basically get ahead of them on mana with Sword of Feast and Famine and Stoneforge Mystic, and then use that mana advantage to play Squadron Hawks and turn that mana advantage into card advantage because you have more bites at the apple, so to speak.
Right. If anyone's seen the movie The Apple, it's one of the worst movies ever made.
I don't even know. I've never even heard of that movie.
It's a musical that was made in 1980, and it's about the future. aka 1994.
Oh, what happens in 1994?
Apparently, a pop group takes over the world. Everyone needs to wear this little like. It was called the band was called BIM, and everyone had to wear the BIM mark like somewhere on their body, or they could be arrested. And then these.
So it's a dystopian movie about Britney Spears.
And so then anyway, yeah. So there's like these people who refuse to wear the BIM mark, and they kind of live off in this cave. And like this one guy was in BIM, and then he decides to leave and be free. And then like all these people from BIM and the cops all come to arrest them, and they're all walking out real sullenly, like walking out to all be arrested. This entire cave full of people. Yeah. And then this one guy's just walking real happy. And it's like, well, what's wrong? They're like, why are you so happy? He's like, I just know Mr. Tops is going to come. I just know Mr. Tops is going to come. So then this golden car comes out of the sky. And I'm using spoilers. I'm finishing this story. So this golden car comes out of the sky. Mr. Tops comes out, walks down invisible stairs onto the ground, walks up to the cops and goes, these people are coming with me. And all the cops are just like, oh, shucks. And they all walk into the sky as the credits roll.
It's so terrible I didn't even want to listen to you. So Jeremy,
it's a bad movie.
Yeah, that sounds like a miserable movie.
You didn't have to prove it by yeah.
But I did already.
Jay keeps his 6.
Yeah, they're already.
He has Jace, Inferno Titan, Gideon, Island, Arid Mesa. Yeah,
that looks about
so.
accurate.
So he has 3 lands, Jace, Gideon, Inferno Titan, on his 6-carder.
Jeremy
Hawks for a Hawk.
Yeah, the turn 2 squad.
Oh, and of course, peels the Stoneforge Mystic. This is why he's a professional.
Man, Gerry has
just showing no emotion, of course.
Just goes with the Mystic, yeah.
Ah, Sword of Feast and Famine, right on the bottom. Pick me, team. Put me in, coach.
And Jeremy follows up with his own Mystic.
Oh, and he left in Day of Judgments. Yeah, no, I was talking to Joe and Joey earlier. I was saying that Jeremy would have to remain the control in this matchup because he has no effective answers to Jerry's Sun and Inferno Titans if he sides out his Day of Judgments.
Well, maybe you said that too loudly. No, just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I feel like the plan rather fairly complements his Luminarch Ascension plan.
God, I love the spark mage right there. That's so great.
Yeah, kapow! Nice hawk. Yeah, and this is really one of the best reasons to be playing red in this format.
So
can't block. Wow.
So was that
all right
a
then?
Mistake?
I mean, no, that was just a judgment call. I don't know. I mean, it was a huge mistake, but I don't really know what the rationale is. He has Day in his hand, right?
Yeah.
So
I mean, maybe.
Why are you looking to preserve 1 life when your next turn ought to be Violin your sword?
Yeah. I mean, you'd think that would be the play, but
he has Into the Royal. He has Into the Royal, Jace.
Huh.
So Jeremy's got 2 hawks on the board, and to Jerry's Hawk Killer and Stoneforge Mystic. And Gerry goes with a Jace.
He's probably going to Fate Seal him, considering that he hasn't played a 3rd land.
Good call, yeah.
So is that Mana Leak? I think that's Mana Leak.
Yeah, I couldn't see it.
I think the angle. Did you guys see him flash that?
No, I actually didn't see what it was.
That card of his hand is...
I mean, it's a decision, right? Your opponent doesn't play a 3rd land. Do you leave him with a 2-drop on top?
I mean,
definitely.
definitely.
A relevant 2-drop. You know, I mean, you want... But I mean, the fact is he can... I guess he knows he has to counterspell. It's not... He can play around the Mana Leak now.
Well, I mean, he doesn't really need to play anything else.
Yeah, that's true. He doesn't. But I mean,
just sit around accruing advantage with Spark Mage.
All right, Magic players, there are now 10 spots remaining in the draft open at 9 a.m.
Yeah, take
If
two.
you'd like to participate,
Blow up your untapped Hawk.
Select the name and stage immediately.
Land Sword equip. Attack. Untap all my lands.
yeah.
Jeremy's still stuck on 2 lands.
Man, it's looking so grim right now because, I mean, last game it seemed like Jeremy just wasn't in it, and this one it looks almost worse. I mean, he does have some Hawks in play, as opposed to last game where he had a Stoneforge
Fate
Mystic
steals
that
him
immediately
again,
outplayed
sees
him.
Mana Leak, leaves it on top.
What, it was Mana Leak this time?
It was Mana Leak this time.
Or, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, no, this looks like an absolute blowout. And led, of course, by cunning Spark Mage, but also, to a huge degree, by peeling Stoneforge Mystic on the exact turn that he needed to play.
Yes.
As they say, boys, better lucky than good. However,
There's a Divine Offering. Yeah.
sure.
For,
I mean,
Jerry's
if
Civil-
Gerry ever peels land, Jeremy's in for a real ugly surprise. He's got Inferno Titan in hand. This is going to get real good. I'm rooting for land here, personally.
Spell Pierce. Yeah, I want to see the Titan come down.
You guys just want to see Jeremy get completely smashed? I mean, he's already pretty much getting completely smashed.
You know, I mean, sometimes
That's a fetch land.
sometimes when you got it, sometimes you just gotta do this. Still had all these, right?
Do the blow up your board, take one, animate Gideon, take 6. Fate seal you, no land. Your turn.
Jeremy plays another Stoneforge Mystic to get a different sword. Oh, he's gonna get with the Basilisk
Oh my
column.
goodness.
Yeah, this is a very fair game. I'm sure that Jeremy's Baneslayer Angel looks fantastic right now.
Yeah.
Oh, and so are we equipping this one?
Yeah, I mean, there's a guy on board that it looks like really wants to wear that collar.
Yeah.
He loves that punk rock stuff.
Well, I think he's holding up. I mean, he's holding up counter magic, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, he has Spell Pierce in hand. No reason to... And that's
There it
game,
is.
boys.
Wow. So we just watched Gerry Thompson take down the semifinals match, which means he's headed to the finals.
We just watched the
Yeah.
dismantling of Jeremy Sunell.
Yeah, so somebody tweeted either last night or early this morning that Gerry and Alex are meeting in the finals. Was that you?
Probably.
Yeah, I thought it was.
I mean,
and there it is. Alex Bertoncini advances to the finals. So
yeah.
it is Gerry versus Alex. These guys. I mean, this is Clash of the